not gonna be looking that hard.
Yeah, people notice small stuff like that, but we are live. We've been live for 6 seconds.
Oh,
appreciate y'all for dealing with our talk. It's the first time we've ever been late right here.
Never been late. Ever. Still never been late.
But yeah,
on time now.
We always on time. Y'all the ones that's late.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact, man. But we in here, man. We got 5 today. Dominique and Eric and Jay is hanging out somewhere else today, but we'll have them back at some point. But we got the crew. We got Chris, we got Britne, we got Cowboy Spit, we got Zoe up in the house, man. We're good to go, man. That LeBron James interview had a lot.
It's a lot. We gonna unpack.
We're gonna have to unpack, man.
He's on a Taylor Swift kind of run.
I'm going on my Taylor Swift run. I want to go on the Taylor Swift. What kind of run is that? What I got to do to go on the Taylor Swift kind of run? I just got to be everywhere.
Travis Kelce.
Well, you gotta be all. You gotta be all in the videos. You gotta be all in the. You know, you gotta be like Puff Daddy, all in the video. That's what Taylor Swift was doing. She was all in the video.
All in the video.
All up in that daggone video. So I think that's what you got to do. And Stephen A. Smith has definitely been doing that, man.
Well, they are wilding on the comments already. Okay, y'all ready? They ready to talk tonight. That man said
Zoe really got my back. You turned the monetization.
That was Chris.
That was me, brother. That was me.
Teamwork,
so that means somebody go have to somebody must be reading the members today then. Oh, I got that. Y'all was almost there.
We close to being a real production in a minute. We'll get you.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Where can I? If you show me tell me where it's at. Okay.
And then scroll down, and you'll see recent activity, and you'll see members and subscribers, and then you can hit the see all members button.
Bet. Let's talk about it. I do the members.
Woo!
I do the members, man. Hey, man, shout out.
We in here now.
Shout out to the members, man. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all, man. So definitely shout out to y'all, man.
Oh, you love them now?
We love the members.
Okay, I didn't know it escalated to love.
We love them.
It was a hard like before.
We love them. We love them, man.
As a matter of fact, you was the one that said I love you first. I like that.
Man, listen, they keep us coming back, brother. You feel me? So shout out to the members, man. Mikey Brass, Gio, the Joker 687, Mary Lewis, 64 Slim, Zeno Omega, Simply 510, Michael Young, Big Al, Master Chief, Savon Arnold, Malachi Israel, Scott Merriweather, Ashley H. It's not that serious. Keith Brazil, Big T. This thing keeps scrolling back up. James Reed, Demetrius Day, Taco Master, One Account. Why does it keep doing that?
Somebody they join in as you speak.
Oh, are they? It gotta be because it keeps going up top.
Nah, it's like a little. It's been doing me like that for like a month now.
Taco Master says, "Oh my god, damn! Hold on, I'm sorry, y'all. It keeps scrolling back up.
I mean, he got 2 accounts though, so
you gotta be quicker than that, baby.
Why is it going like this? Cedric Franklin, E. King, Steve Calver, Unspoken Voices. Yeah, it's getting worse. It's like somebody is controlling.
You almost at the end because you had Unspoken Voices. So.
This is terrible. Taco Master again. I see that one. WW Ryan Walters. This is terrible.
Let me help you out.
I'm
you said Ryan Walters was Shay J. Yep.
R Bean, Jeffrey Guyot. Shy Rider, West Sider, and Wizman Ballin. Whoo!
There you go.
We go.
Boy, I gotta figure out what's going on with that because that is crazy.
It had us there in the first half. I'm not gonna lie.
Shout out to our members, man. Shout out to our members, man. If you're not a member, go ahead and make that jump over. If you are a member, man, continue to support us. We appreciate it. It does not go unnoticed. And we appreciate the love and support that you guys have given us along this ride, man.
Also join the Patreon as well.
Join the Patreon. Are we post gaming?
We definitely post gaming.
We post gaming tonight, man. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, you don't get to see us uncut, unfiltered, man. And it'd be some funny stuff going on over there. So y'all missing out, man. So if you're not a part of the Patreon, do that now. The
That's
link
what's
is
up,
in the
Steve,
bio.
up to Patreon this week.
Shout
too.
out to Bruce over there on the Format Podcast, man. Appreciate you sending some traffic over this way, man. You won't regret it. You won't regret it
At all.
Hey, did I tell y'all about my
Somebody
tribal?
get Mikey Brass out of here.
Did I tell y'all about my tribal?
Oh, them cold. Yo, the picture you sent was jacked up.
I thought you did that on purpose. I thought he was like coming with
cut
a
off
big
like
reveal.
you see the box and then boom,
the
there
top
was
of the box and then it's gray. I'm like, I want to see the shoe.
Oh no, I didn't know that happened like that.
Yeah, when I looked at it, it showed the picture was jacked up.
Oh yeah. I had to represent, man.
I thought you had the one with the little tassels on it because I want them ones. Them joints is cold.
Chocolate Rider, we appreciate them prayers. We in the building. We good to go. Appreciate it.
Mikey Brad said the fatted calf.
Fatted calf. Oh, Mikey Brad's definitely a Patreon member.
The fatted calf. All right, y'all. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, Underdog. As a matter of fact, we got 3 more days left before our contract up with Underdog, and they want to renew, but
we'll talk. Yeah,
Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code ManDownSports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. All right, man. I think we're good to go, man. Oh, man. Where do we start? All right. So Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James are beefing. We knew this because we seen Stephen A. Smith get confronted at the Lakers game by LeBron James. And it went from there, right? So Stephen A. Smith decided to address it on First Take on ESPN in front of millions. And LeBron James took it a step further and was like, you know what I'm going to do? Something I've never done. I'm going to give someone an exclusive interview. Well, he's done it before, but like when he was young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give someone an exclusive interview, and it's not going to be ESPN people that's supposed to be the face of the ESPN, like Stephen A. or Shannon and that like that. I'm going to go to the dude that's kind of your rival just to make it, I'm going to make sure I put my finger in your eye. I'm going to go to Pat McAfee, give him the exclusive, give him the millions of views, give him all the clout, not Club Shay Shay, not Draymond Green's podcast, not First Take, none of that. I'm going to Pat McAfee. How did they come up with that, right? So that already was a chess move, right? So I think that's interesting that he did that. But I'm going to play for you one of the sound bites of him speaking on Stephen A. Smith, and then right after that, you go hear Stephen A. Smith kind of respond to it, and then I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
Players about what they do on the court. That is your job to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players. And I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair in his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two do get a chance. But you're right.
Dude, relax, bro. Relax. Seriously, just
How do you feel?
I did not know initially that after he finished getting in my face, he looked right up at the camera. Go back and look at the angle. I didn't know that. When I went on the air the next morning, we had a morning meeting, at which time I said to the staff at First Take, I don't feel like talking about this. And then minutes later, they said it's the #1 trending topic in sports. You have to talk about it. The bosses, you have to talk about it. What do you mean you ain't talking about it? This is what you do. This is sports. This is a sports story, and it directly involves you. What you mean you ain't talking about it? So he might think I'm salivating and I was happy to discuss it. I'm not happy to discuss a dude getting in my face, telling me stop shitting on his son. I'm not happy about that. I think Savannah is the first lady of the NBA. I think she's an absolutely wonderful human being that has always been nothing but kind to me. You think I like the thought of pissing her off?
Yo, who's playing chess and who's playing checkers, man?
They playing backgammon. Yo, it's so funny is because both of these dudes are very much alike in a lot of the way that they think. I think the best thing about this is that it's these two egotistical, self-centered kind of, in order to big myself up, I'll down somebody else type dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they going at it. We talked about it. I think it was last week before when he confronted Stephen A. LeBron is with the theatrics. Now he really with the theatrics now. He's making it public now. What we already knew. That's who LeBron is. A guy, he wants to do that. He's been doing it this whole time. And the media used to do it for him, but now that it's not. And I agree with something Kendrick Perkins said, so I know that hell has frozen over. But he said that LeBron James only has a problem with media when they don't cover him the way that he wants to be covered. And I do feel like that is true. As far as Stephen A., it's funny that he said, I almost feel him like, because they started resurfacing that video of Stephen A. boxing after LeBron posted that on his IG. Gonna swing on LeBron. I mean, it's funny, but I don't care how well you fight. The fact of the matter is, if you're a man at the end of the day, if somebody approaches you in that manner, I would expect you to do, but it was hilarious watching him throw that, whatever that was, he was throwing in the gym.
Go ahead.
For anybody out there who watches wrestling and is current on wrestling, shout out to our boy Jay. This is the equivalent to me of what's currently going on with John Cena's heel turn. This is not LeBron. This is not what LeBron does.
That's good stuff.
This is not what LeBron does. But now you got LeBron going out on media outlets, cussing on media outlets, talking down about people, then using social media to also send cracks at. Like he posted that video of Stephen A. boxing, and if you slide over, what I think that's Young Dolphin, his homeboy, and he go, wah, wah, wah. like so. I think this is calculated, right? I think that it's either clutch or the NBA, combination of the two, but somebody is colluding and making something out of nothing to kind of push a narrative forward for LeBron and the Lakers and Luka, and trying to set up something down the road for them, because they kind of fizzled out. They had the big splash with Luka coming over, and then they just kind of been muddling in the middle since then.
That's a word. You said metal or muddle?
Muddle.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening.
They kind of been muddling in the middle since, right? No, there's nothing to really talk about. Then Bronny came up and had a great game for a first great game, so people talked about that. But then all of a sudden now there's this beef out of nowhere, and Stephen A. made a good point, and we talked about that the last time. LeBron made a point to look at the camera. It's all theatrics. I don't know if it's planned between the two, but I think that somebody planned it on LeBron's side, and then somebody on Stephen A.'s side told him, hey, fire back and go with it and see how far we can take this.
You know, that's funny because nobody that I heard talk about the incident at the game mentioned LeBron looking up at the camera, like right directly at it, like he knew what was it.
Except for Stephen A. I was wondering why nobody said anything about it.
No, we did on the show. You wasn't there that day.
Yeah,
we did on the show, and that's how I know Stephen A. watched Man Down, because all of a sudden he want to mention it.
He want to mention the camera angle. I ain't heard nobody else talk about
it. Yeah, yeah, but I don't know what to think of it, man. So first of all, I say this, and people probably won't expect me to say this. LeBron was funny.
He was.
I mean, like mine the game podcast with JJ Redick was so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That wasn't a fun watch at all. Right. Mine the game was not a fun watch. Right. However, this time with this Pat McAfee interview, like I did see some phoniness. I mean, he did cap and stuff like that, but still it was like, this is not a bad listen. I enjoyed listening to it. I listened to it twice.
What you think?
I enjoyed listening to it. Yeah, I mean, it was legit to me.
Mm-hmm. I think it was a circus act. I mean, let's be real. It started from the game, like we all said. Like Steven, he looked dead smack at the camera. When I seen that, I was like, "Oh, okay, this was set up." And then during the game, it's one thing if it was after the game. It's one thing maybe if it was before the game, but it was in the middle of the game, so you had to make sure there was no response. You got, it took off, and then Stephen A. responded, and then it settled down. Yeah. It literally settled down. So in other words, people just moved on, right? So, things get trendy. We on something for a minute. People get ready to forget about it next. And then he comes on Pat McAfee saying all this nonsense. And I'm just like, all right, come on. Some things, all right, I understand. But other things, like Mel said, it was some lies told in there. It was some stretching of the truth in there. But I agree with Chris. I think this is more of a circus act. This is more of, let's grab people's attentions. Let's try to pull people to my side, and see how this could benefit me in a way. But it's all a circus act.
Well, one of those things that was a stretch was when he talked about him going to Miami and why he did it, and it was kind of funny because he somehow threw his teammates under the bus again, in the same conversation where he was trying to make Boston seem like they was just a huger juggernaut than what they were. He was like, "Oh, that wasn't a big three, that was a big four.
Big four. Rondo was a dog, which he was,
right.
But
he was. But
we
the
knew
funny
what
thing
Boston was.
Yeah, we knew what Boston was.
Yeah, but the funny thing it was, if you're gonna call Boston a big four, like Rondo is a superstar, which I admire Rondo's game, but you're saying he's a superstar. He actually played with you and Dwight and AD on the Lakers in the bubble, and then you played with Ray Allen, who was part of that big four in Miami. So
yeah, that would have been a big four.
You're saying that you had a big four as well, but the fact that he threw his teammates under the bus, talking about, oh man, if you seen my roster, it wasn't legit. I don't like when he does that. Listen to how he said that.
My first year ever playing organized sports, I won a Little League football championship that year, and then backed it up with a basketball championship, undefeated season. My second year, we did the same thing, and I was league MVP in basketball and football. Through middle school championships, through high school, I won 3 state championships. I was just always born winner, and I knew how to win because of the culture that I was around. I knew how it was supposed to be done. And at that moment, my 7 years in Cleveland, I had some good years, obviously some great years. One, was able to take the team to the NBA Finals. I was 22 years old. I had a moment in Detroit where I went insane, 25 straight, 29 out of 30, and took a team that you look back at our roster, you're like, what the hell? How was that even possible?
There's a lot of those, brother. We don't want to dive into all of them. You were at the finals 45 straight years.
You know what I'm saying? So but it got to the point that final season, I was like, I've maximized this potential.
Yeah.
I've squeezed all the juice out of this damn lemon here. And I know it. And in order for me to get to where I want to get to, I have to make a choice for my career going forward. And Miami was the best choice, you know, at that moment. I felt like it was the best choice for me. You know, the conversation I had with D Wade, had with Bosh, had with Udonis Haslam, you know, D Wade and UD had been there. They had won, had beat Dallas. They had been in some big you know, playoff matchups with Detroit, where Detroit beat them and then they beat Detroit, you know, and things of that nature. And then you look at the big four that Boston had. You know, everybody talk about the big three, but everybody always decides that for some odd reason that Rondo wasn't as great as Rondo was.
Yeah,
it's always just the big three.
He's from Boston.
Not me.
LeBron's always saying
they say the big three, but fucking Rondo was when he was a dog. He brought it all. He made it all work with those guys because Ray wasn't bringing the ball up. You had Ray flying around. You know, you had Paul when he get it at a certain spot, and Paul was a killer. And then you had KG was anchoring the defense, and also, you know, you throw it to the low post. But they all started with the mind, and that was with Rondo. So for me,
so Corey, why was it so important for him to, on one end, say that his team, the first 7 years in Cleveland, when he got to the finals, the roster was just trash, and then on the other end, to beef up Boston to be a big four? Why was that important for him? Because everything he does is strategic. Why was that important?
It didn't even really start with that, though. It started with him trying to convince everybody that he was a winner.
Talk about it, Corey. Talk about it.
Speak on it, C3.
I mean, he started talking about, you know, I'm a winner. I was born a winner. I'm a winner. And I went to Cleveland and I squeezed the juice out of this lemon.
First of all, relax, LeBron.
I'm
still out, bro.
I wanted to say something else, but I can't. Hey, come on now. It's been the same old clown show from the beginning. And Britne was right. I would not be surprised whatsoever if that was all planned. That everything is all planned out. Like, he went over there and told him, like, hey, act like I'm mad at you. I'm gonna act like I'm mad at you. Just keep it going, man, and then talk about it. You know, just say something. I said something about your son. Or, you know, you said something about my son or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And they like, oh, okay. And then look up at the camera and make sure they watching the whole little confrontation. You know what I'm saying? It's anything to stay relevant.
Ironically, Pat McAfee is the one you go on, and he hosts WWE as well. So it's like Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart versus Bam Bam Bigelow in a cage match.
I was listening to some people talk about it on the radio here, and they said that interview happened at like 2 a.m. Whenever they left the game from somewhere, he flew on a private jet into wherever Pat McAfee was.
I think it's in Indianapolis. That show's in Indianapolis.
Indy? Yeah, they're in Indy.
They did that interview at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then he flew to wherever the team was playing so he could sleep before the game. So it's not. This is strategically planned to stay relevant. This is some Donald Trump shit. That's all it is.
What's the end game though? Like, we just get a build up. What's the end game? I'm sorry, my bad, Chris.
No, the thing I don't understand is to answer your question, Mel, right? The reason why he continues to throw that Cleveland team under the bus is so he can validate his moves. He can validate why he did things he did. He can validate, like, hey, I did such and such, blah, blah, blah. I took da. But it's not like that team was overly trash. Like,
well, I mean, it was on par with every other team in the East that had a superstar. But the crazy thing about it is the superstars that was on the East wasn't equal to LeBron. The closest thing to LeBron on the East was Wade and Dwight, right? Paul George wasn't on his level. Gilbert Arenas wasn't on his level. DeRozan wasn't on his level in Toronto, or whoever, you know what I mean? So John Wall wasn't on his level.
Nobody during that time. Nobody else in the East.
And nobody had no stacked squad. Nobody had no team that you look at and be like, oh, they're contenders just by looking at the roster. Nobody did. Everybody had one all-star or one superstar, or they had
players.
Or they didn't have any superstars and they had like maybe two all-stars. Like maybe you can say Billups and Hamilton are all-stars, not superstars. You can say Rashid is a superstar, but he didn't he didn't tap into that all the time. You know what I mean? So I don't care what they say about this roster in the East. I seen Reggie Miller and Iverson and Allen Houston take teams as equal as the Cavs was. I ain't gonna say it was worse, but I mean Iverson's team was. Oh, and J Kidd as well. J Kidd took teams to the finals. So,
and I don't like the fact that you know, in those 7 years, you were supposed to be this great. You're supposed to be this uplifter of teammates. Yet you only made one finals in those 7 years, and you got swept in said finals. But you decided to start this whole thing by saying, I knew I was a winner. I was born a winner. When you didn't win for your first 9 years in the league.
What's up, Trey?
What up, man?
What's up, Jay?
Jay.
Don't do that again.
What's up,
How
Jay?
y'all doing?
It's going. Good going.
What up, Jay?
Hey.
Train.
I had to sneak in real quick, man. Just tell y'all, man, I appreciate y'all so much, man. I really do.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Always, brother.
Y'all guys are almost as great as LBJ. It goes LeBron, JJ Redick, then you guys, man.
At least it's all black people on your list.
Yeah. You know, no black. Gotta say me.
Right. I owe you $150 too, Jay.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
I give it to you Sunday.
Do I need to pick you up?
Hey, what's
Nah,
y'all?
nah.
I'll talk to
Bird.
y'all offline.
Yeah, Bird picking me up.
Okay.
Bird, man.
Yeah, tomorrow should be a little bit easier, man. We're gonna be okay through this, man. Everything gonna be all right.
Oh, no question. That wasn't no
Yeah.
question in the first place.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, man. I'm learning quick, man. Here's the thing, man. I am here only for a second, man. I'm of course everybody know what's going on, man. But the way LeBron came through and shut shit down, I wasn't gonna give y'all this week off.
Gotta show my face up in ya.
Right. LeBron doing some capping, man.
Hey, listen, it's okay to cap. Like the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and the friend of my enemy is my enemy as well. So
what?
Yes, let them swing. Let them swim.
Wait. I'm going. All right.
I was with you in the first half.
No, listen.
Go with it.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Preach, preacher.
Got you.
All right. Now I said the friend of my enemy is my enemy as well.
Okay.
Think about it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
I'm tracking.
I'm tracking.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes the king does some goofy shit, but right now, he less goofy than this other goofy.
Yeah. Like I said, man, he playing chess. He's doing this for a reason. He's got a plan.
What's the plan? I can't wait to see the end game. I want to know
the end game Monday. Mind the Game podcast. Be there.
It is back, ain't it?
With Steve Nash.
Yeah.
And I love how LeBron like always takes very pro-black athletes, man, and break the game down with, man. It's amazing.
Always going straight to the brother, man. First JJ.
When he explained his admiration for Coach K and talk about, oh man, you know, Battier and JJ Redick, that's why I love JJ and all. I'm like, okay, all right. So if you got a admiration for Coach K and you think JJ playing for Coach K, some of that rubbed off on him, great. So you got him on your first season of the podcast. Why didn't you go get Jay Williams? He played for Coach K too, and is a way better player than JJ, and he knows his stuff too. He would have been great on that show. Why Steve Nash?
I think Ed Tech in the comments is a little confused. He asks, is Steve Nash black? He's actually black and Canadian. Like you got to remember the Canadian part. That's why his hue appears to be a little brighter.
He was Drake before Drake.
Yeah, he was Drake before Drake.
Magoo would say his race should be mutt. R.I.P. to the legend. Hey man, I ain't gonna hold y'all, man. I just wanted to come in and really just show my gratitude to you guys, man, as a team, and to all our
listeners and
watchers. Yeah, man. I appreciate all y'all, man. I appreciate the kind words and the prayers, man. And within the next 2 weeks, man, full panel Friday, I'm here for the whole thing.
You dig?
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yes,
all right, bro. Take care, man. I see you in a couple of days.
All love, Jay. Yes, sir.
All right.
Well-timed interruption right there from our brother.
So, question.
What up?
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we talked about him throwing the his teammates under the bus.
Like a speed bump.
I mean, he consistently does that. Then he throw basically the whole league, all the players under the bus. When he was saying Ronnie better than everybody. So this is something that he does. So my question to y'all is, how do y'all feel about his thoughts when it comes to Stephen A? Well, he feels like you basically questioned my fatherhood. Or you threw my fatherhood out there.
So let me say this really quick. I'll be real quick.
Okay.
A lot of times people get kind of offended by certain things or butthurt by certain things, right? But they know they don't have a leg to stand on to really address it like they want to, right? So their anger might be at this level, but like, all right, let me be specific.
Okay.
LeBron, all the attention, the negative attention that Bronny got and that he got, he invited that in by that tweet, Britne. So he did all of that. So when all the attention came, he was like, I'm pissed off, but I can't really show it like that because I don't have a leg to stand on. So when Stephen A. Smith said that as a father comment, he was like, oh, that's something I can address. So I can take my anger out on the media and Stephen A. Smith based on this thing that they said, but that's not the real thing. I'm really mad about the negative attention we was getting from the beginning of this thing. Mm-hmm. So it's not about the fatherhood thing. We know that
he found a loophole to get to lash out against what he was mad at in the first place.
And I think that's my biggest issue with LeBron is you taking that out on someone, like you said, Mel, you invited us basically into your fatherhood. Yeah. Somewhat. Still dealing with basketball, not completely. So I'm not going to say his entire household. So you kind of invited the media into that, but you go after someone, and like you said, it's probably a chess move. You go after one of the biggest face on ESPN, which is Stephen A, right? But everybody else's comments out there has been far worse than what Stephen A has said. And I think that's my biggest issue with this. Why don't you go after the people who literally knocked your son for being your son, basically? Like the comments out there were crazy. And what this guy said is really not that bad. In my opinion.
He kind of tried to, right? So that's funny you got to that. Let's get to his war with the media, because he brought them up as well.
Hold on, man.
Not my name. Go ahead.
Before you go, I got one question.
Yeah.
Don't you think somebody may question his fatherhood for throwing his son under the bus or putting him out in the middle of a highway with a bunch of moving cars? Because
that's what Stephen A was doing.
That's what LeBron did to his own son. You put a big ass target on his back when you said that he was better than 3/4 of the league. You did that as his father. That's what you did.
Yeah.
So you when you did that, you opened up the floodgates for people in the NBA to dog him, for the media to dog him, for everybody to dog him. You did that as his father. So nobody ever questioned your fatherhood, like what Stephen A said. But the real reason that people should have questioned your fatherhood is because you threw your son out in a pack of wolves, knowing full well that his ass wasn't ready.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like to me, when somebody confronts somebody with like saying that they did something, oh, you did such and such and such, and you could tell if somebody did that by how they respond. If they get super defensive about it, 9 times out of 10 it's true. And if somebody just shrugs it off and is like, nah,
they don't care enough.
They don't care enough because it wasn't real.
Yeah.
This is what LeBron is being very defensive because he knows that he put his son out there in the light that he didn't deserve to be under. And now that everybody's talking about it, he's trying so hard to say, and I was getting to the point it's boiling over where he's, becoming this guy that he's never been before. But he's been defensive about it the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's looking like, like somebody called.
He's been harboring that feeling and that emotion since the season started, because he started letting all out. Now that Bronny done scored 39 in the G League, scored 17 in the NBA. Now they letting it all out. Like, oh man, see, I told you.
That's exactly what's going on. That's exactly what's going on.
But at the end of the day, to me, it's like, yo, you got to look the man in the mirror. This is
my accountability, bro.
It's like I should get held accountable for this, and he just wants to blame it out on everybody else, and you can't do that.
He's not an accountable guy, though. He's not the guy that's going to take on the ownership and say, you know what, I screwed that up. Just like when he played, I think it was Apex Jones put out a video. Shout out to Apex, man. And he was saying how LeBron in interviews saying, I make the right play every time. I make the right play every time. Like, no, you don't. But it's just who he is as a person.
Did he make the right play last night?
Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into that. And that's the video that he was showing, because this dude is just he appears to be so full of himself. There's some insecurities there, even though he is as great as he is in life and has done as well. There's some insecurity, because why would you not be able to just say, you know what, I probably shouldn't have threw my son out there like that. Based on what? He wasn't even the best player on Sierra Canyon any of the years when you was talking like this, and you saying he's better than dudes who done played 4 years of college ball. Like, you set this thing in motion.
Yeah.
If you take accountability for that, then at the end of the day, then I'm sure that people might not have been so doggone hard.
They would have gave him grace.
They would have gave him some grace and be like, all right, this kid is coming off this. But no, you said here, he's better than half of y'all. Okay, I'm going to bust his ass as soon as we play him. I'm going to kill him in the media because he playing like trash. It's 9 games left in the season. Now you want to talk?
I was about to say that. So I was like,
you want to talk?
If Bronny would have had these performances earlier in the season and you started bigging up your chest like that, maybe would have been like, all right, you might have jumped the gun on Bronny. But not 70 games into the season, bro.
That is
70 games, bro.
Now you want to talk. See, I don't respect it. I don't respect talk. What Mike said, talk. Anybody can talk when they winning. What about when you was losing and you lost a lot?
What about when you get hit in your mouth?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like that's the cowardice to me. I just don't like that part of it, especially like, if I'm gonna talk crazy and I'm gonna put my son out there, I'm gonna stand on it. And if I was wrong, then I'm just wrong. But I'm not gonna do that and then act like the victim. I can't be the bully and the victim at the same time.
Now, and here's the thing with the cowardness. Like, I will probably look at it differently if he said, you know what, I'm not gonna go to Pat McAfee. I'm gonna go to Stephen A. If you want to talk about it over the podcast or wherever, let's talk about it live on the air. I don't care, and let's just hash it out. Then I would probably look at things a little bit differently. But to me, you did duck a little bit,
Yeah, he was trying to be petty too,
right? And be petty. And I heard people say outside of Stephen A, Stephen A was willing to talk to him on the air. He was willing to talk to him on the air, not a problem. I probably would have seen it so much differently if he would have just accepted that invitation, or if he would have said, Stephen A, let's go to the shop, or something that I'm comfortable in, or an environment I'm comfortable in, and let's hash this out. Let's put it all out on the table. But he didn't do that.
We just seen Jaylen Brown do that right after the Olympics. He went on Stephen A. Smith's show, and hey, look, man, I got a bone to pick with you. We go hash this out right here. But shout out to Italian and Laguna Beach, man. I see him in the comments all the time. And thanks for the super chat from Granny, $20 super chat. Love the show. I'm on Stephen A. Smith's side. I don't like LeBron. He's a joke. All right. Okay. All right.
We just seen real quick, man. We just seen him do it with RG3. He went to RG3's podcast, and RG3 straight up asked him, I feel like you didn't have my back when they fired me on the show. Straight up, and they hashed it out.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even see that, but I seen it, but I didn't click on it to watch it. But that's a good point. All right, so LeBron James did address the media. but he didn't say any names. But I think he's talking about Shaq, Charles Barkley. You know, I mean, because when you think about the media and some of the biggest names, they got the biggest platforms and the biggest voices that were former players that are very critical about a lot of things that LeBron do and a lot of things that players do in general. I think about Shaq and Charles Barkley, right? But he didn't say his name. But I want to play this clip for you when he started addressing the media and what he disliked about it. And you tell me if he's talking about Charles Barkley and Shaq.
A lot of people thought you two wouldn't be able to work together because ball dominant, you know. LeBron James too much of a prima donna.
Yeah, that's right.
Not gonna let Luka come in and do the Luka shit. And they won't be able to figure it out.
Yeah, it must be the idiots that don't know the game of basketball. Oh my goodness, there's so many of those guys out there right now.
I would say your league, you, and your league has the most absurd chatter.
Oh my goodness,
it really does.
It is every single day, and then you realize you was like, I'll be looking at it and I hear it, I'm like, you know, those guys just. A lot of those guys that played the game or did not play the game, it was just they played the game while they were talented. I don't think they ever thought the game. I don't think they were ever smart. I just think they were bigger and stronger and maybe faster at the time, and they dominated. And when it was over, it was over. You know, they don't. That's why I'm able to still play at fucking 40 years old.
Well, that's what everybody talks about.
Yeah, my mind is just like I can play the game because I can outthink the guys out there. And as my athleticism has went down a notch, not a lot, but a notch.
Slow. Don't you a little fat too?
You know, as my athleticism has went down a notch, like I'm able to still bring up other facets of my game to be able to still, you know, do what I need to do every single night. But the talking heads of our sport, oh my goodness.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Especially for you. I mean, you're in a much different situation than maybe any other human in history.
Oh my God.
All right. Who are you talking about? They bigger. When they played, they was bigger, they was faster, probably stronger, but they wasn't smart and they didn't think the game. Who are you talking about?
For sure, Shaq and Charles. But Wendy caught a mean one.
Yeah, but
Windhorse caught a mean one.
I don't think he ever did anything to the
you know what? He over there. He over there. You know how it be. He over there. Hey man, you ain't from over there, but you over there, man. I'm sending shots at all y'all. Wendy, you can get it too.
So I think like the first part was probably like the Wendy's of the sport, but then the second part when he mentioned like the guys that used to play, he was definitely talking about Charles and Shaq.
Yo, that's tough, man. Like, I wish you would have said that name though. I mean, we knew what he. I mean, who else could he be talking about?
It would have been real etherish if he would have got up there and said F Mobb Deep, F Biggie, and all you mother.
But was that another calculated move? Like, I mean,
yeah. I mean, the whole thing was calculated. He wanted to address. He wanted to address everyone. Like none of this was just like a freestyle. He knew what he wanted to talk about. He knew what he wanted to say. This was all calculated.
But don't throw stones and hide your hands. If you're gonna go in this, be in this.
Yeah. Right.
Name names.
It's on site.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's like he said, if it's on site, you know what I'm saying? So it was on site with Stephen A. Let it be on site with Shaq. Let it be on site with Charles.
It's
called selective politicking. Don't do that. If I'm gonna charge this person up for saying this, then I'm gonna charge that person up for saying this. When I see him, it's gonna be the same energy for everybody, or else it's gonna seem manufactured. You know what I'm saying? It seems forced. You're right.
But let me ask you this though: did he lie though? If we're talking about Kendrick Perkins, Shaq, and Charles, I'll take Charles out of it a little bit.
Charles be the one. Take him out of there.
Perkins and Shaq. No, they're not thinking the game.
They don't have to. They never had to.
No, he's not lying. I don't think Shaq's that smart. He like if you ever hear him talk about rankings in the GOAT debate. No, I mean he's the one that said Steph Curry's in the GOAT debate. Like he's
talking.
Yeah, he just
be talking.
He didn't make his case no better when he thought Chauncey Billups was the coach of the Pistons.
Yeah, they clearly do not watch the games.
So he didn't make his case no better. But
they don't watch the games.
On the other hand, though, how can you discredit somebody who played the game at a high elite level for a good bit of time, was successful, has the accolades to show for it. His knowledge must be worth something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's not.
Understand. Yeah,
I would take Shaq's knowledge over some of the guys that have never picked up a basketball when talking about the sport of basketball.
Yeah, of course, but he's not lying. Shaq say some outlandish stuff, and it doesn't seem thought out too well.
That is
at
true.
least Charles Barkley. At least Charles Barkley is thinking. Kenny Smith for sure is thinking the game.
Absolutely,
you get what I'm saying?
Kenny Smith think the game.
So I get it. So the phone lines are open, y'all. Let's go ahead and get a couple of phone calls in. Let me see if I can get this one popping off right here. Caller from New Jersey, can you hear us?
Yes, I can, loud and clear, brothers. This is Brother Clayton. Definitely salute to all you guys, brothers and sisters in there. And Britne, I agree with you. It is fluff. It's a show. I'm not so sure if Stephen A. Smith is in on it. I think they do have a problem with one another, and I think it goes back longer than we even know. With LeBron, I mean, for him, he's been in the league 22 years, am I correct? When have we ever seen him ever jump in somebody's face? They never had a fight, bro. Ever. I'm just saying, where was your energy for Hale Sonnen? Where was your energy when you was in Cleveland when Delonte West was smashing your moms? Where was that at?
Yo.
Where was your energy where was your energy when the Dallas Haslam told you, don't you ever raise up at me? I'll beat the shit out you. I didn't forget that. Or what about Mario Chalmers? What about Skip Bayless? What about any of them? I think he went on it because, and like you said, Brother Mel, he is smart. He went on it. Remember, Stephen A. Smith and Pat McAfee don't like one another. That's why he went on there.
Yeah, for sure.
And Pat McAfee don't care for LeBron. He's just going to have it for the Raiders a year. And like LeBron, where I come from, it's easily fooled, man. I'm like, you don't even see you're being set up. Because Pat McAfee's just setting up the chips and, I got this dumbass motherfucker. I got this saying with everything I wanted to say. Also, I didn't appreciate what he did because he had some people that was riding with him for a long time, like Brian Windhorst, what he said about him. I think in his family, I didn't hear the interview, but I heard it was not good. And what he said about, I was like, yo, dude, you have no idea what these journalists know about these NBA players, bro. And I was like, dude, I wouldn't be surprised if Stephen A. or even Brian Windhorst do an interview with Chael Sonnen. I said, hey, Chael Sonnen, I got a question to ask you. Why are you so adamant about what LeBron did? Well, I mean, that is detrimental if you're trying to, muddy the waters with his name.
Yeah.
Why are you saying this? That would be a real problematic. And that legacy is gone out the window.
Well, appreciate the call, man. I'm gonna get to some more callers, man. I appreciate calling in New Jersey, no doubt.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
All right. Let's get one more call in. Let's get one more in, y'all.
This whole this is crazy,
bro.
What?
This
I think I got that Wendy soundbite.
Right commercials.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I never went out to be like, I want to be the face of the league. Like, I've seen I see a lot of shit too. Like I seen Brian Windhorst on one of these shows not too long ago. Like
Wendy.
Yeah, you played over high school.
Wendy, you guys played together in high school.
Yeah,
right? He was on your high school.
This guy was like, says he's like my fucking best friend. These guys are just weird. But
wait,
Wendy,
that's not real.
That's not real.
Yeah, he was our enforcer, huh?
Knew it.
Yeah, he went on his show and said, oh, don't let LeBron fool you. Like he wears number 23 because of Michael Jordan. Okay, that's a fact. He signed with Nike because of Michael Jordan. It's like, no, the fuck I didn't. I signed with Nike because I got a hell of a signing bonus and they gave me a 7-year, $90 million contract. And I moved my mom out of the hood the next day I signed that contract. Like, and ultimately, my whole thing is like, what do I want to wear off the court? It's like I want to wear fucking Nikes. Like I want to wear Jordans. I want to wear pennies. I want to wear Bo Jacksons. I want to wear Air Maxes. I want to wear like, so
primes.
Like, like what are we talking about? So like,
yeah, he fried Wendy. Caller, you on? You're live. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We got you.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm from Jersey also.
Shout out to Jersey.
Yeah. And so just as am I just answering a question, or can I just
Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead, man. This the show for the people, man.
Yeah, go ahead and cook.
Okay. I've been listening for probably about a year. Just wanted to say, listen to you guys fairly often. Doing a great job, man.
My dog, appreciate
it. You guys inspired me to start my own podcast. You and a couple other people. It's Jay Boykes, JBOYKS. If you ever get a chance, check it out.
It's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Yes, sir.
What is it again? JB what?
JBOYKS.
Got it. JBY.
Yeah.
JBOYKS. Got you.
Yeah. Jay Boykes. JBOYKS.
Got it. Bet.
Yeah. Thank you. And so I listened to you, like, basically based on this. I actually did like a whole docuseries on this Stephen A. Smith thing, and I'm actually going to do a video soon about what you guys just played with Brian Windhorst. And I've been telling people it's not popular because, the real ones like you guys, we're far and few in between. Everybody wants to love LeBron like he's their, like he's their dad or something like that, or their boyfriend. But at the end of the day, Brian Windhorst for 21 years was this guy's, was saying things about LeBron like he knew LeBron. There's no way that some of that stuff that he was saying, there's no way that all of it was nonsense. Because if it was, why would you sit around for 22 years and say nothing? And then, in typical LeBron fashion, you decided to embarrass this man in public like he was nothing because you think you're better than everybody else. What you
think brought that on?
Go ahead.
What you think brought that on?
Okay, so funny enough, right as I was listening to you guys think, I was looking for the video that actually made that happen. And Brian Windhorst was talking at the time, I don't know if you guys remember, a few weeks ago or something like that, when he was kind of talking about how, like, Bron, like, you brought this on yourself with Bronny. Like, you told him that, people were better. And then with the Nike stuff, he mentioned it, right? The Nike thing. He said, there's some truth to that, but I just wanted to wear Nikes. But it's really about his Bronny decision, in my opinion, again, because Brian said something a little bit against that, right? We're seeing leaks in LeBron's armor a little bit.
Yes.
Even some of his closest people, supposedly, right? Because Brian Windhorst is not a real friend nowadays, I guess, right?
Right.
But he said that, and I think it made LeBron mad, specifically because he said he talked about the sneakers, but I don't really think that was the deal, right? LeBron is not gonna, he doesn't straight up answer questions.
Yeah.
What I mean?
So let me say this real quick though. So do y'all remember Windhorst talking about some assists that LeBron was getting that wasn't assists? They was like, man, somebody need to look into that. Like that's 4 assists that shouldn't be assists. They're just giving him assists. Like, he broke the code. He wasn't supposed to say that. He's supposed to be doing what Nick Wright, Shannon, and Gilbert Arenas is doing, and Windhorst went the other way with it. And when you do that, you end up like Kendrick Perkins being unfollowed on social media and all of those things. Like, Kendrick Perkins is out of the fold now, right? And what happens when you say he's the GOAT like Kendrick Perkins did? For your credibility, you can't go back on that. Now he cut you off from Clutch Sports, and you still got to say he's the GOAT. Why this dude hates your guts?
Can I just say something, Mel? What you just said is something I've been thinking about deeply, my brother. Like, these people, after he gives you his butt to kiss, which is basically what he's doing to everybody, right? Why are you still saying he's second?
because they can't go back.
They can't go
because
back.
their credibility be shot. Because now we know you was doing it because
nothing to lose.
Yeah, you can't go back.
Nothing to lose at this point, though. He's not going to let you kiss him again. It's over. All right. The bedtime stories and the kisses goodnight are done, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, guys.
Yeah.
You out of the house. You out the house.
Yeah, your stuff's on the curb, brother.
So just tell the truth, man. This guy is not the second best player we've ever seen.
No.
I'm sorry.
Not
he's not. It's time for them to stop capping because he's turning on you anyway. Just start telling the truth, man. All them losses and all that stuff, you know. And one other thing I just want to add, and then you guys can let me go if you need to. And I really appreciate it because I've been waiting to call in for such a long time. And I finally had a Friday night and I was like, I'm going to get in here, man. One other thing, just a question for you guys, all right? And this might be a little risky. Some people might not like this, but one of my biggest problems with LeBron James is the lies. Because I feel like every little lie leads to bigger problems and why people can't let him go. You understand? Why, in my opinion, I really don't believe he was at Kobe Bryant's memorial service. And I know people that's unpopular, and Stephen A. Smith just came out and said, oh, that's not true. But I really think somebody called him and said, yo, don't go that far. I really believe that because there's a video of him being asked, and he said, I appreciate your question, and just politicized his way right over actually saying I was there.
I mean, hold on. Was it the memorial or the statue reveal? Or
it was something he didn't go to.
There was
one of them where they said because they had a game that night, and it
was the statue reveal that he wasn't there for because he was
right because he was in the
reveal. He was in the gym practicing when they revealed the statue.
They said he was on the training table. Yeah, he was on the training table, getting some treatment and getting taped up.
That's what they said with the statue, but
yeah,
with the memorial service, I keep Googling. I promise you guys, I'm Googling it, and Stephen A. Smith mentioned it the other day, but then he retracted it.
Yeah, he did.
And then he said, and they're saying the Los Angeles Times said he was there, and they're saying Diana Taurasi pointed at him. But to me, this is a conspiracy that people aren't looking far enough into, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because he just went on Pat McAfee's show and sitting up there talking about his relationship with Kobe, his relationship, how it's going to be with Mike when he retires. Yeah, right. I just want to say that. And I really strongly, I'm a big time Laker fan, right? But I can't rock with the Lakers the way I used to because I can't deal with this man's antics. And Kobe meant a lot to me, man. Like, I'm not a worshiper. I'm not an idol worshiper. Like, he's not my dad. Nothing weird. But he meant a lot to me as a basketball player, a basketball fan, and what he stood for. And he stands for the exact opposite of what LeBron stands for.
That's a fact.
And to sit up here and watch him destroy the Lakers and then fake tell people he was at the memorial is really bothering me because it's just another lie that he's using to keep Los Angeles from really overriding him, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I could be lying, or I'm not lying, but I could be wrong. But until I see some real proof that he was there, I really believe this is a scam, man. I don't believe he was there because when they asked him directly, there's a video, and if you ever get a chance to check out my channel, it's going to be up probably tomorrow, where they directly asked him, and he said, I appreciate your question, and never answered it. And for most people, that's good enough. But for me, I'm tired of this stuff, man. And now that I see there's a little chink in his armor, and some of these people are starting to go after him, then I'm going to do my due diligence too. Let's get this man out of Los Angeles, guys. Let's get him back to Cleveland. Just get him out of Los Angeles. I don't care, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate the call, man. Hey, on your way out, man, put in the comment section the name of your channel again so a lot of people can go and subscribe, man. Everybody, when y'all see that channel go in the chat, man, y'all make sure y'all go and show them some love, man.
Jay
All right,
Boyce.
brother. Appreciate the
Thanks
call.
a lot.
Yeah,
great call. Really appreciate you guys.
No doubt.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, we're gonna take one last call, y'all, and then we'll move on. Caller, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, Mel. How you feeling, man? It's T-Ray.
T-Ray, what's good, brother?
T-Ray.
Hey, man. Hey, that's that caller right there. He was on fire, man. I'll be brief. I know you got other stuff to talk about, but I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat on too, and I don't care who don't like it. But there's two things. For one, why did he give Kobe essentially a eulogy the night before he passed away? Go back and watch the interview he did in the locker room after the 76ers game.
Sheesh.
And then you tell me that A. B, did Bronny really have a incident with his heart?
You know what? In
Did
the
he really have
in the interview, in this Pat McAfee interview, he said, and this is the first time I heard of this, and I'm glad he addressed it, but he said that was a birth defect that that would have went unnoticed had he not been, a high level athlete, So
Right.
yeah, so he said they was able to correct it, and that's why they was confident with him getting back on the court. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, okay. So I mean, we saw Shaq's son in the hospital. I'm not saying that you gotta show you got. I ain't crazy like that. But my thing is, he was at the gym. If y'all remember, I don't know if y'all do or not, but they show highlights. He was at the gym working out that same day that he supposedly was in the hospital. Y'all go back and look it up. Like, who does that?
Jeez.
Your son? Y'all go look it up. This ain't made up. But yeah, man, everything about this dude is counterfeit. He's a fraud. He's a $3 bill. I cannot wait till it's over. July 1st, 2018, I dropped my latest bag. I refuse to pick it back up again. Love the show. Love the energy. I want my homeboy to get well. And y'all keep doing what you're doing. I'm out.
No doubt, man. Appreciate it.
Love. Yo, I'm using that, bro. Fake is a $3 bill.
$3 bill.
Is tough. Put that on a shirt.
$3 Bron.
Oh man.
Yo, y'all got a question real quick before we move on. How y'all think Shannon Sharp feel he didn't get that interview? How y'all think he gave it the
first matter of fact, I'll even go one better. How you think Gilbert Arenas feel? If you was gonna go in the same kind of setting as
they caped so much that man and didn't get the interview.
I think
only a female would know that feeling. Like how would you feel if you was courting a dude, you cooking for him, man, you taking his boots off after work, all this stuff, man, and you did this for 2-3 years, and then he just go marry somebody else.
That is crazy. Yo,
that's what they doing. They was doing all that romancing and all that stuff, and whining and dining. Oh, Brian, I want some attention, Brian, and doing all that stuff, man. And he go right to Pat McAfee.
He go to Pat McAfee. I know Shannon got to be hot. Like, Shannon had some of the biggest interviews of the past 2 years, and he didn't go there. All that he was doing.
That's why they got.
That's like the same thing as like. That's like the same thing as like you picking teams in school, you know what I'm saying, and you go pick like the dude that normally get picked last. You go pick him first, and everybody's just like, "What's the beef, bro?" Like, who was thinking Pat McAfee show for a LeBron interview?
That was crazy. I still can't believe that's what he went.
Corey,
you muted Corey.
You're muted.
Corey was going off.
Right, so I'm like,
he was. His head was going.
Are you still muted, Corey? No, still muted.
And that's why he went to Pat McAfee. The brothers can't get their stuff together. Shannon Sharp, Mike would have been muted and off and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
The bro would have got that Whitney line out and they would have missed it.
Wait,
in the background.
That's because I heard like a woman. I was like, "Where the hell is this going?" Okay, all right. That's why I'm like, "Oh crap, here we go again."
No, I mean, but even him going to Pat McAfee had to been a calculated move. Like, why that show of all shows? You know what I'm saying?
Because that's his op. Stephen A was saying something about the contract Pat McAfee had gotten. I think it was on the Joe Budden podcast when they was talking about it.
Did Pat McAfee get paid before Stephen A?
I don't know if he got paid.
Well, no, he got paid to come to ESPN. Remember, his podcast was just YouTube, and they gave him a crazy bag that was bigger than Stephen A. bag just to come to ESPN, and it wasn't even like they had any. It ain't like he's been on ESPN before, and they can be like, "Oh man, this is the type of crowd you bring." It was just straight from YouTube, and Stephen A. Smith had to put in work from the bottom all the way up to get to that type of money. So he felt a little
he felt slighted.
Yeah. A little used and abused.
I mean, what did Jay say, y'all, earlier? A friend of my enemy is my enemy.
He's like, yeah, let me go on the dude who you was pocket watching and do this interview.
Right.
That's all calculated.
So now let me ask y'all this, man, because for the guy that claims he been flipping plays since 8 and he's so smart and this, that, and the third, I don't buy that. Do y'all think he's calling any of these shots on these moves? Or is this all clutch?
Like roster moves?
No, like I'm gonna do the Pat McAfee show. I'm gonna start this beef with Stephen A. I'm doing this. You think this is him, or you think somebody's back here telling him like, "Hey, we need to start moving like this. We need you to start doing this. Oh, Pat McAfee and Stephen A been beefing. You should go do Pat McAfee show. I don't give LeBron enough. I can't give him the credit for him to be able to pull the strings and think this for himself.
It's a collaborative effort. Yeah, that's a good point.
I think it's a combination because he got some big time players on his team, like Maverick. That dude,
Mav Carter,
Mm-hmm.
Rich Paul. They black money. You know what I'm saying? Now, especially, and they gonna ride for whatever LeBron wants. Like if he's voiced his opinion, I don't like the way this dude said that. Okay, then you gotta respect him. Somebody just said what I was about to say. Natural muted. They are run like old money. I'll say old money.
We can't say that.
They run like old money. You know what I'm saying? That's how they operate. That's why they gonna drop the bag off if you cake for them for this amount of time, because they ride for whatever LeBron is for. So at the end of the day, I can see that Maverick or Rich putting in the play saying, oh, nah, this the dude. Bron don't like this the way this dude said this. So we ain't gonna have our players go do no interviews with him. We don't know how deep this can go. You know what I'm saying? They probably doing all kind of stuff back there. So yeah, I definitely think it's a collaborative effort. They all calling plays.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just to y'all point of what Shannon might be thinking when he didn't get that interview. That's the best type of truth serum for you to start being honest, and right after that, this is what he responded to on that play that LeBron did last night. Brian, you got to be effing kidding me. You gambled and gave up a 3 and turned it over that led to another 3. What was a 5-point lead with 12 seconds left? You down with 6 seconds and lose on a half-court shot after Reeves puts you up 1 with 3 seconds.
F word.
Long F-bomb.
Yeah.
Yes, F-bomb.
Oh, look at Shannon. Okay. All right. You want to go do Pat McAfee?
You wouldn't have seen this. You wouldn't seen that from Shannon before.
But when a woman's fed up,
I just think
Shannon is mad.
I think it was just like Jay said. Like, if you the friend of my enemy, then you the enemy too.
Mm-hmm.
You had to realize that. You had to. Like, I'm not finna go on your homeboy show and give you an interview. You crazy as hell.
Shout out to Jay, man. The delay. It clicked. It clicked.
That's a callback and he ain't even here.
Shout out to Jay for that one. Shout out to Dubs in the chat for Jay, because that's tough.
Because you go on Shannon Sharp's show, right? And he gonna start defending Stephen A. Smith. I'm trying to go on somebody's show that's not gonna defend him at all and let me fire off all my hits. You know what I'm saying? And then go sit there and be like, yeah, and they agree with. You know what I'm saying? I'm going that show. I'm gonna go on somebody's show that's gonna defend him. Not doing that.
I can't wait for 20 years down the line and a Clutch documentary come out. Like it's got to.
It might not even be 20 if some of the, you know what? I ain't even gonna say that.
I can't wait the next Friday where LeBron is not in the media or in the news for a whole week, where we can do a show with no LeBron.
With no LeBron topics, because they flooded. They left us no choice this week. They left us we had no choice.
Yeah,
they flooded the market.
This Jerry Jones level.
It really is. They look at me right now.
I love Brick.
You
ain't have to bring him up. You ain't have to bring him up. You ain't even have to bring him up.
Shout out to Granny for the $19 super chat. Did y'all hear Shannon talk about LeBron on Nightcap? I did. Go ahead, Britt. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that's Jerry Jones is best known for that. That's how he keeps his pockets padded too.
Gotta stay relevant.
Gotta stay relevant.
That's it.
You know what he's doing.
Know what he doing.
You got to do what you do, but when you do what you do, you do it like you're doing it for TV.
For TV.
It's just like when the Rangers won the World Series and Jerry just so happened to fly over the World Series parade. Like, what the hell you flying over here for? Y'all ain't won shit in 30 years. Keep your ass at the house.
All right, well, let's get into what he said about MJ. We all heard that sound bite, but I want to get y'all thoughts on him saying that, oh man, I want to have a relationship with MJ after I retire, but the only reason why I don't have a relationship with him is because I'm still playing. This is what he said, and I want to get y'all thoughts.
Okay, so you and Michael at a good spot.
Who, me and Michael?
Jordan?
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We don't talk.
Why not, you think?
Because I'm still playing. I think I'm still playing. I'm still focused on my craft right now.
When you're done, you think you two will be the only two that can have a conversation?
I would hope so. You know, the funny thing is, me and Kobe, besides our, the late great Kobe, obviously, me and Kobe never had a real relationship either until we was on the Olympic team. We had a great relationship there. Olympic team 8, Olympic team 12, but it was always competitive between us. We were always like, I was on the East Coast, he was on the West Coast, and it was like, even though we never, I fucked up one time in 09 and didn't beat Orlando, and I think it was 09, didn't beat Orlando and didn't get him an opportunity to play him in the finals. But and until I became a Laker and then he retired, that's when our relationship became really, really good.
Yeah.
He welcomed me, called me bro, anything you need in LA, I got you. You're a Laker now, you family. And we would have multiple conversations. He was obviously, you guys saw him coming to a lot of games and things of that nature. And when I passed him in the scoring record in Philly, I think he had a tweet out there keep on going, keep transcending the game, keep going, and that shit meant so much to me. So I think it's because I'm still playing, and MJ's, we all know MJ. Even if you don't know him personally, he's one of the most ruthless competitors there is. And till I'm done. And he doesn't have to look at me run up and down wearing the number 23. And every time my name is mentioned with his. He's like, I don't want to fucking talk to you.
Yeah, I'm on a golf course. Yeah, I'm on a golf course.
Don't talk to me right now. I'm on the back 9. Do not call me.
It was great to see y'all at the top 75.
Britne, so this sounds like when Michael Jordan released The Last Dance and Shannon Sharpe and Nick Wright all went to ESPN saying he did this because LeBron just won that bubble chip, and he's wanting to compete to keep his name relevant, right? So this is why he released it when he released it, right? Or whatever the case may be. They was trying to say that he released it strategically to one up LeBron for whatever reason, right? This sounds like that when he's saying, "Oh, we're not close right now because I'm still playing," and MJ is very competitive, so he's trying to make it seem like MJ is
hoping for his downfall almost,
or something like that. Or I'm competing with you. I don't want you to pass me or surpass me. I don't. Yes. And that lets me know all of this stuff that comes out that Shannon Sharpe and Nick Wright be coming from Clutch. This is the type of stuff Rich is cooking up and saying, "Hey man, go say this stuff." You know what I mean? I thought that was weird, man. What y'all, Britne, what did you think about that?
I think it's pure BS. I remember Kobe Bryant at the time. Kobe Bryant was the second coming of Michael Jordan. We all know very well where he wanted to surpass Michael Jordan. That was his main goal. If I can recall, Michael Jordan and Kobe said my MJ would be in the bed, knocked out sleep. Kobe, during their playing years, call him 3 o'clock in the morning. What do you do with this move? What do you do with that move? So I'm like, that's BS. You talking about MJ don't want to talk? What are you talking about?
And he would tell him, and he would answer his question. He would answer the phone. First,
Kobe wouldn't take no for an answer. So if you wanted to do it, you could have did it if you wanted to.
But let's talk about current players. Anthony Edwards, young player, another player. They was trying to say he was on the track of being
that
MJ guy, but MJ has expressed he's like, I like Anthony Edwards. I think he's going to be a real good, talented superstar. And my understanding, they communicate. So what are you talking about, sir? This is not MJ. This is not Kobe. It's you. This is LeBron just talking mess.
LeBron is one of the best actors I've ever seen. This man, he need to be in. It seems so manufactured. They planned this. They probably gave Pat McAfee the questions that he could touch on and the things that he couldn't. This was a play. This was a play. This is looking more and more like WWE.
Especially if that interview was pre-recorded. Clutch is definitely gonna be like, "Hey, this is what you can ask. This is what you cannot ask. You cross the line. This gets scrubbed. We'll take it somewhere else, and we're gonna penalize you on the back end some way, somehow. your show won't be on ESPN or something. You know what I'm saying? This is just, and to the like Britne said, like we all knew the relationship between Kobe and Mike. I feel like Mike took it the hardest when Kobe passed, right? To say that because you're still playing is the reason why Mike doesn't talk to you. The reason why Mike don't talk to you is because he ain't got shit to say to you.
Yeah, what does he need to? You want to talk to him?
You gotta call. Well, I think LeBron think he's too big to make that phone call like Kobe did. He's not making that phone call. That's why y'all not talking. You're not picking that phone up and calling. I mean, Tatum call him, Carmelo call him, and Anthony Edwards called him. You know what I mean? And shout out to Dominique, our girl from Sports.
Damo.
What's up, Dom?
Yeah, maybe LeBron not calling them.
He not, and that's why they don't talk. But he ain't gonna say that. He's still chasing that ghost. That's what it is. He's still chasing the ghost, and I don't want to talk to you while I'm chasing you.
And that's what Pat McAfee should have done if he wasn't throwing softballs at LeBron. If this wasn't an orchestrated
it was a
dance,
professional play session.
Yeah, he should have followed up and said, "Have you called MJ?" I mean, because it's a different story if you called and he's not returning your phone calls.
Yeah, now that's something. That's something. That's the end of it.
We can talk about that. Let's talk about that. But if you're not putting in the legwork, if you're not actively trying to go, you know what I'm saying? To my knowledge, what of the game in LeBron's career has he gotten from talking to Mike?
I mean, where would he go? Like he don't even have that type of game where Mike's advice would help him. Like, remember Kobe's asking him, "Hey man, when you did this, what foot did you use when you did this? How did you feel him on your back?"
He probably wouldn't ask him that.
Yeah,
he wouldn't ask him that. Number one, because he flipped plays since he was 8 years old, so he wouldn't need to ask him that.
Feel like he would know more than Mike, huh?
Yeah, he probably feel like he would.
Well, no, because his game ain't technical to the point where he want to work on them like that.
It's
he can still outrun and out jump you.
Yeah, it's brute force. It's brute force. It's not like skill level. And that's not to say people think that I'm saying that he doesn't have skills that are valuable on the court. I didn't say that. It's a different style of game. Look at Kobe's footwork. Like the shot array. I was watching a video the other day on the shot array. Like Kobe has so much in his arsenal. He rarely shot the ball the exact same way twice, either from the triple threat position, the mid post, the low post. He could shoot from outside if he needs to. Like his shot profile was insane. Like that skill level, you have to work at things like that. That's not LeBron's game. So he probably those wouldn't be the type of questions that he would ask a Mike, because I'm not sure that he would.
But
it would translate.
It's so many other conversations that you could have with Mike. Mike, when did you know it was ready for you to move it up? Mike, what did you do after retirement? I know I got this and this plan. Like, it's so many other questions that you can ask. Mike, how did you get in the process of owning your own team? Whatever. Anything.
Which we all know LeBron wants to do anyway, so why not better to talk to somebody who did it?
Nah, then he ain't in the clutch circle. Let Maverick figure it out.
That's a good point, Britne. But maybe that's what he meant by once I retire, I think we'll have more talks.
We'll have those conversations. Okay.
I think but then again, the way he's moving, he'll probably go talk to Dan Gilbert before he talked to Mike about owning the team, or
which is insane in itself.
or what's my man Mark Cuban? He might go talk to Mark Cuban. You know what I mean? He might just bypass Mike altogether.
Probably.
Or what? Go talk to Pat.
I'm seeing the trend here, Mel. I'm
What's
gonna keep
that?
that to myself. Look like the right. He gonna only talk to us.
No, you
right. You gonna talk to those people.
Look whose show he decided to go on.
Those people. Shout out those people, man.
Shout out to those.
Hey, let's take 2 phone calls and then we go close it out with some NBA playoffs, man. I want to get into that.
Let's talk about it.
The playoffs is looking crazy.
I don't know what's about to happen.
Oh man, Phoenix getting the doors blowed off of them right now.
Right now?
Yeah. All right.
Hey, while we waiting for the phone call though. Shout out to them boys in Detroit. Boy, the Pistons just beat the Cavs by 10. 133-122.
That's a big win.
They on their way. They're not gonna win no championship, but
they gonna be a tough out for whoever they face in the playoffs.
They look crazy.
So I can't wait to have the conversation. All right, we got a call on the line. What's up? Can you hear us?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's going on?
I wanted to touch on the MJ LeBron
Touch on it.
topic.
Touch on it.
Yeah. But first off, I gotta say, go Bulls.
Oh yeah.
I have to say go Bulls.
Bulls doing good. I like what the Bulls doing. Kobe White balling.
He's hooping.
Josh Kiddey is balling. Ain't no party like a giddy party. And I'm loving it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, don't forget, shout out the rookie Matt Buzelis.
I would, but I couldn't pronounce him. I was about to say number 14.
They call him Lil Boozy Vert.
I can't. Yeah, I ain't trying to pronounce that. Yeah,
Lil Boozy Vert.
Boozy Vert is crazy.
He do got that vert though.
He bad. He bad.
Yeah.
So I agree with everything y'all were saying about that. When it comes to LeBron talking about his relationship with MJ, and the thing is this. I think if, like Britne, you said this earlier, if LeBron really wanted to have a relationship with Michael Jordan, he could have that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think, and excuse my language because I normally don't curse, but I also think that Michael Jordan can tell when someone is not genuine and when that person is on some bullshit.
Well, that's not cussing. He did play for the Bulls, and if bullshit, you know what I mean?
But no, it's but no, that's what I'm saying. It's like Kobe, we all know his relationship with MJ, but Kobe was very persistent too. Like MJ didn't just pick up the phone as soon as Kobe called. It took time, even just for him to even start answering the call, and then for them to build a relationship. So that goes back to when he passed, how emotional Mike was about that. Because he really did look at him like his little brother. Mm-hmm. LeBron is not persistent, and he's all about himself. He's not genuine, and he's not humble the way people try to make him out to be. He's not. And MJ can.
Hold on, Siobhan. I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm trying to listen to what you're saying. It's a number from Chicago that will not stop calling in. It's just that number. I'm about to block it. Can you please wait till this phone call is over before you keep beeping in, please? Go ahead, Siobhan. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, he might be, whoever that is might be excited. You know, the Bulls just won. You know, they
that might be Mike.
That's Mike right there. He calling us. We got him.
Right, let me add Mike in. Oh, he hung up. I guess he on a delay. He just heard me say that. I was about to bring Mike in. Call back Mike as soon as Siobhan is finished. Go ahead, Siobhan.
But no, I mean, I really do believe, like, if
hold on, that's Mike. Hold on. That's Mike. Yeah, that's Mike. Hold on.
MJ, GOAT.
Welcome to the show, the GOAT, man. What's up, man? What's
up, GOAT?
What's up, fellas? What's up, Britne? Hey,
What's
Mel.
Yeah.
Remember I called last time? I said LeBron is the ugly chick.
This definitely Mike.
He the girl that your cousin keep trying to convince you that she pretty, and I said if she ain't pretty by now, man, she ain't. Now listen. This the reason that Michael Jordan don't mess with LeBron. He don't respect how he got it, man. It ain't nothing LeBron gonna be able to do.
Oh, did we lose him?
Awesome.
Nah, he's still on there.
Can we please bring my girl back in so she can finish her point?
He trying to merge them.
Go ahead.
The thing right here. I really think the dude is on steroids, and I'm gonna tell you why. We all can agree that he never missed an opportunity to put a feather in his hat to make his GOAT case. So check this out. Everybody's saying, hey, LeBron playing like this at 40 years old. He playing like this, man. Ain't no way he playing like this. You don't think somebody that never missed an opportunity to make a case would say, okay, since I'm playing like this and y'all think I'm on steroids, let me solidify my case. Here go the drug test. That would end it all, and it would boost him up. But he won't do it.
Would you do that though? I mean, because I think if I was advising him, I would be like, man, hey, look, just don't say nothing, man. Don't even address it.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
That's
because who have been accused of any type of performance enhancement drugs that was like, hey, here's a voluntary sample. Just test me. I mean, Barry Bonds didn't do it. Big Mac didn't do it. None of them dudes are going to do it. You got to catch me, and if you accuse me of it, listen. That's just like if you're getting accused of cheating, and I'm just tired of you accusing me. Look,
here's my phone. Look,
just go. Here's my whole phone record. Nobody's doing it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Shaggy said
that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't me.
I wouldn't. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do it either. But I'm saying that's how I know he taking it, because he never misses an opportunity. If you innocent and you clean, and everybody talking about you playing like this at 40,
taking it as
the first thing I'm gonna do is, well, let me show you. And then, since you saying I'm playing like this at 40, and I give you a drug test, now, hey, what y'all got to say now?
He will speak on anything else.
He won't, but he'll come say, hey, getting in Stephen A.'s face for this, checking this person for that. But he won't mention nothing about somebody that tried to stain your career.
Yeah, he did go in there and air out the media and Stephen A. and Windhorse, but he didn't say nothing about Shohan. That's a good point.
He didn't say nothing about Shell Sonnet,
No,
because once you say that and you start litigation, now they got to start digging. And you better be careful with Stephen A., because he be alluding to a lot of stuff, but he hold back, and I think it's ESPN probably pulling his coattail, but he be alluding to a lot of stuff. But that's why Mike don't mess with him. He don't respect how he got it. And the dude, he just a joke, bro. His career is manufactured, is media manufactured, trying to control this, trying to control that. He know in his heart's a heart, he ain't Jordan. And I actually got him fourth. I got Mike, Kareem, Kobe, and then LeBron.
Interesting.
Are you better than me?
That's
hold on, Siobhan, where you got him at, Siobhan?
He ain't in my top 10.
Talk about it. Same.
I mean,
hey, y'all,
Siobhan
is gonna be on the show in the future, y'all. So y'all
I hear it. You know how we recruit.
His whole career, man, is media manipulated. You got Clutch Sports calling this person if he ain't saying nothing favorable about him, man. I can't mess with the dude, man. I can't mess with the dude. And I really, Kobe won 2 championships without an all-star.
Yeah.
Shaq Dip, he won 2. So how in the world, even Curry, like the dude got 4 championships and didn't have to jump around. Now I ain't saying he can
convince the second best player, arguably the first best player in the league, to jump on his team.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I ain't. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we ain't.
Dude, and I'm gonna tell you about this. I make the right pass. That comment saying I make the right pass
every
only
time
came from an inability to have a bag. 1-on-1 with 10 seconds left, they know he ain't doing nothing. He got one move. So I make the right pass came from the inability to not create.
That's true.
That's absolutely where it came from.
I give you that.
I mean,
go ahead. Let Siobhan speak. Hello, go ahead, Siobhan.
Look, he said the right pass. Remember, he also said I make the right play. So what was that happening last night?
Not the right one.
It was the right type of LeBron play.
There we go.
Right.
For somebody who's been in the league 22, 23 years, that play is something you do your first season. That was a rookie mistake that he made. That was ridiculous.
And this is the other thing. I truly believe Adam Silver's scared to find out the truth, because LeBron is a cash cow for him right now.
No, he know the truth. He know the truth.
He know the truth.
Like it's a bit, but you don't sabotage your business though. You know what I mean? If one of the guys that's your biggest marketing tool is on that stuff, you don't put that out there
to make the dollar.
I can't get mad at Adam Silver for not wanting to put LeBron.
I ain't mad at him.
I mean, because at the end of the day, the team owners, the team owners and Adam Silver, they're not in it for the integrity of the sport. They're in it for the money in the business of the sport.
Right.
They just have to put appearance out there that the integrity of the sport is intact, but that ain't the real priority, man. But I'm gonna end this phone call so we can get to our next topic, man. Siobhan, I'm gonna let you finish though. But I appreciate you calling.
You chick, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
All
right, go ahead, Siobhan.
Okay. But yeah, back to that topic with LeBron versus MJ. Like I said before, I agree with all of you about your points about that. And of course, what I had said earlier. And do I think they will have a relationship after LeBron is done playing? I kind of highly doubt it. And if they do, I think Mike is not going to be the one to publicize it. Because that's just not who he is.
Yeah,
Everything
they just so
very
different
private.
though. They just two
They are
different
very
breeds.
different.
Yeah, they different.
But that goes back to humility and genuineness.
Yeah.
Because, and you're right. They do have very different personalities. Their mindsets are very different. But even with that being the case, and I think you said this before, Mike was was a team owner. And then I think he recently sold his majority shares, and became a minority owner.
Mm-hmm.
But even with that, LeBron's not going to humble himself and go to him because he still has this thing in his mind that he wants to be better than Mike.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not the case. If I were somebody who was aspiring to be a business owner, and that's not business owner, but, owner of an NBA team, why wouldn't I go to Michael Jordan? He's the first minority owner who was the majority owner of an NBA team. Yeah, the Hornets didn't do well as a team, but that team is now worth how much money?
Ain't no telling.
It's a lot. And versus what he got the team for. So why wouldn't I reach out to him at least and, try to pick his brain business wise? Because basketball wise, that never was going to happen.
I would hope he would, man. I think he would, man, for sure. I mean, he really got to. Really, you're the only black owner that other than Bob Johnson.
Right.
I gotta pick your brain a little bit, So if he's really serious about that, at some point he got to, man. But I appreciate the call, Siobhan. We go move in and let me know when you're ready to come on.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Jordan initially purchased the Charlotte Bobcats for $275 million in 2010. He sold it for $3 billion.
God damn. God,
Well,
call that man. Why would
he only sold his majority stake. He's still in there.
Yeah. How many winning seasons did they have in that time as him being majority owner?
He won all the seasons. You didn't hear that number?
No, he for sure won. But the thing about it is, there was no championship that came out of that.
Nope.
You had more down years than good years, and the fact that you was able to flip that.
He did good business.
Why wouldn't you call that man and you want to do the exact same thing?
Yeah, he did good business.
That's good.
We did get one more call, y'all. So I'm a caller from Utah. This one got to be quick. Go ahead.
I'm in Jersey, actually.
Okay, what's up, man? What's your thoughts?
So, first of all, what's up, everybody? Watch the show all the time. I never get a chance to see it live, so kind of excited to chat with you guys. Especially after this joke of an interview with Pat McAfee. My God. But as far as the MJ and LeBron conversation, I mean, we know what MJ is like. And, we saw in The Last Dance how he took everything personal. Even little things that people would say. So if there was ever a chance for LeBron to be, have any sort of relationship with MJ, I think this interview with McAfee destroyed that, especially the way he went on and, was comparing the errors, saying that Giannis would score 250 which doesn't even make sense. He would need to take like 600 shots in order to get 250, whatever. And then to say that and to disrespect the game in that way, MJ, when they asked him, what do you think about, you as the GOAT and comparing errors? He said it was ridiculous. Like, you can't do that. And it's because MJ is actually smart. He knows you can't compare errors. There's too many variables. There's too much going on. It's, somebody like Giannis may not even make the NBA because there was no foreign players. So those kind of things, that you got to take into consideration and respect each error. But, for LeBron to get on and say those things he said, I guarantee you Mike heard that and was shaking his head like
him and Magic Johnson was probably on the phone 5 minutes later.
You hear what he said, Mike?
These dudes are idiots. Like, you got to know there were 7-footers like Giannis that had the same skill that he had that we would never know because they was playing back to the basket. No one was going to let Giannis run up and down the court and do what he's doing now. So, I mean, you got to know that, LeBron. Like, I mean, I always save this David Robinson stuff, man, because if you wanted to see Giannis in the 80s and 90s, it was David Robinson. You know what I mean? Same body type, about the same height, both really, really good shape, athletic, run, all that stuff, like everything except David Robinson actually had touch with his jump shot, and he wasn't a horrible free throw shooter. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand how people pretend like they never seen Giannis before. We've seen Giannis, we've seen Jokic, we've seen Luka. Like, the only thing that's changed is the rules. Yeah, the rules of the game and how the game is played. That's what's changed.
Exactly. And some of these guys like Jokic, I mean, yeah, the guy's talented, but the fact that he doesn't play defense and he lacks in some other areas.
Correct.
He might be coming off the bench as talented as he is, on a good team, on a solid team.
That's not far fetched. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, people, I think Jokic is a great player. I think he's a great player, but defense is 50% of the game. It's literally half of the game of basketball.
I think it's 100%.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Defense dominates every sport.
Well, it's impossible to be 100.
Well, it's impossible, but I get what you're saying. But like
I would argue it's 100. I mean, I'm a huge boxing fan, and defense, it runs the show in every sport.
I'm gonna tell you why it's not 100. If you play 100% great defense and I play 100% great defense, the score is 0-0 at the game. Someone has to score.
Somebody got to score a bucket.
Yeah, I mean, in a hypothetical bubble, yes, of course, someone is gonna score.
Someone has to score.
In football, defense can score, right?
Someone has to. I mean, the name of the game is scoring. So that's 50%, and then defense is 50%.
Yeah.
Let's agree on. Let's establish that. Let's establish that.
Yeah, let's agree on that before we move forward. But yeah, Jokic, I think that people, as much as he,
because a great defense shuts down a great offense.
I guess we're not going to agree.
He got the offense to score.
He changes to 60-40. He changes to 60-40.
Oh, so we getting closer. I get. Hey, Young say I don't get.
What happened?
He there? You still there, bro? Is he gone, Mel?
Yeah, I mean, I was saying, if you look at all the sports, you look at boxing, Mayweather is going to shut down give me your greatest offensive player. Mayweather's shutting him down.
Mayweather still got to hit him to score, though.
And guess what? There hasn't been one fight that Mayweather has not taken a punch. That means the other person scored too. 50% of the game, literally. I'm not talking figuratively. Listen. Hold on. Literally, the game of basketball is about offense and defense. Whatever style. When I say 50%, I mean it's literally 50% of the game. Like, offense and defense in most sports make up half of a full game. That's what I'm saying. I get you saying defense is first. I mean, it means a lot more, but literal half you have on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball. That's what I was saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, it's 50-50 in that sense.
Thank
but
you.
As far as
okay, we good.
For example, if you have a great defense and nothing else, you're going to make the playoffs, and you might even make the championship. If you have a great offense and no defense, you're not going anywhere.
I don't think that's how it works. But I mean, I'm with you. Defense is important. Like, I mean, we can agree on that. Defense is important. But a great defense. I mean, a great defense and no offense. That's tough.
Offense is tough. I'm trying to think of the great defensive teams.
Baltimore Ravens.
Well, of course.
We talking about basketball. I mean, and that. Hold on, and that offense with Jamal Lewis in the backfield was dynamic. It went right hand in hand with that defense. We got a great run game,
and
we got a great run game, and we don't turn the ball over. Yeah, you got, but in basketball, just defense. I'm trying to think of the team that went to the championship with just defense and no scoring attack. I'm trying to think of it.
I can't think of one, because even like the Detroit, you know, they were,
I wanted to say 04, but I'm like, even 04 Pistons still had scores.
They had Big Shot Billups, and she was so skilled.
Yeah. Even though they were built on defense, they still had
defense. You know, Big Ben down there, and Tayshaun was like the wing defender, but like Chauncey Billups could score, and she could score on 3 levels before
Richard Hamilton.
Yeah, Rip.
Yeah,
Rip was a scorer.
Were heavily defensive. Their defense outweighed their offense by a lot.
But they still scored.
Yeah. I would give the nod to their defense.
Yeah, but he moving the goalpost. He said a great defense with no offense, you get into the chip. No, that's not true. Your defense is great, and your offense supplements it. You have to have scores. You got to score that ball. And they could go to the ball. They could go down low to Rasheed and get a bucket, just like somebody can go down to Tim Duncan and get.
They had options for scoring, even though their defense was considered better.
I'm exaggerating for effect. You have to be a champion. You have to be balanced, and you have to have you can't make mistakes. But to be heavy on defense. Usually the great teams are heavier on defense than they are on offense. They're heavy on defense and they don't make mistakes.
Understood. That's true.
No, I can't. I want to let it ride. I want to let it ride, but I can't, man. I cannot let it ride.
Let me push this post game time back, because I think I had it for 10:30. Because
hold on. Let's go. But hey, thanks for the call, brother. We're gonna move on. We're gonna get to the playoffs. Oh man, we got one more call.
Yeah, we good. We good. I'm good. I'm just gonna adjust the time.
All right. Caller from Utah. You've been calling for about 30 minutes, man. So I gotta make you the last caller, man. What's up, brother?
Man, I was sitting there like, y'all should have asked him, like, give me an example of a team who did that, where they just had nothing but defense and no offense.
Well, we did, but he moved the goalpost.
Yeah, but back to the LeBron James and Michael Jordan thing. Just like Britne said, man, it's like it's BS, because not even Kobe calling Mike, where you've heard those stories, but we actually seen, and they was both mic'd up during the All-Star game. Yeah. And I even think when it was a regular season game, we've seen them at half court chopping it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So LeBron knows what to say, and I think that's with all the big time players. They know what to say when the camera is rolling. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds good to say, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, man, me and MJ, we gonna chop it up when I retire. You know, like when I'm not playing the game no more. I mean, that's safe to say that, even though it sounds stupid, and he looked stupid when he was saying it. But we all know the reason why him and MJ don't really have a relationship is because, for one, he don't respect the past. And like the sister said, MJ can see a fraud he can see that he is a fraud from a mile away. Mm-hmm. And he probably don't respect how he, you know what I'm saying, how he done, took that helicopter to the top, like John Stockton said. You know what I'm saying? So I hear him, and just like, and I think even going back to that point, just knowing what to say when the camera's on, come on, y'all. Jordan look, when they ask Jordan who's the GOAT, hey, Jordan gives you the best answer. Mm-hmm. But I guarantee you, we sitting in the barbershop, no phones on, we smoking a cigar, we drinking, shit, Jordan will be in there like, man, I fucked all these boys up, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's that old school. That's the old school. You know what I'm saying? That's how they do it. Cause Magic and them and Barkley and Shaq and them, they'll sit there right with Jordan like, hey dog, you the GOAT. We all know you the GOAT. But you know, Jordan know how to carry himself, man. You can't. That's what I'm saying. LeBron, the media done blew LeBron head up. LeBron is like the shit he did in that. I couldn't believe it, man. Saying he don't get foul calls, saying Brian Windhorst is weird when we know like Brian Windhorst was helping you kind of propel. Like,
he using them media members like Kleenex, man. He done with them.
He done with them.
Now he disposing of them.
Yeah, and just the simple fact saying that he don't get calls. Man, I was like, oh my God, I wish they had a call up. I wish we could call into the show right now.
No, they ain't brave enough for that. They ain't brave enough for that.
They're not gonna do that.
No, they ain't brave enough for that. Yep. But all right, man, Aaron, we go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this the last thing. Y'all had a caller earlier that was saying that he think it's all a lie. He think LeBron wasn't there at the memorial, right?
Yeah.
There's another reason why LeBron dissed Brian Windhorst. Not only because Brian Windhorst was objective about Bronny, but you remember that whole face of the league conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Windhorst did. It's a clip on ESPN, and I found it where Brian Windhorst was like, "Yo, come on, LeBron, like you got to keep it. You got to keep it real."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And following that statement, he did say, LeBron wears number 23 because of Mike, and then he signed to Nike because of Michael Jordan. So I think, and Pat McAfee, if you watch it, them guys instigated that shit because they was like, "Yo, isn't that your best friend?" And you all heard them laughing. And I was like, "Oh, they set him up."
They set him up. It's a lie.
Hold on. Who set who up? LeBron? No. LeBron set that up. No. They wanted to talk about. Did you know them?
You think it was staged?
Of course. Yeah, no,
absolutely, 100%.
LeBron ain't about to do no interview with. He don't know what's about to be talked about and asked.
Mm-hmm.
Pat McAfee had a picture of. They had a picture of LeBron and his
house on his teammate head. Yep, you're right.
Exactly. They already had that written. As soon as he said Windhorst, the picture came up.
They knew.
Gotcha.
Practice that.
Okay, because I thought something was crazy. I was like, damn, they started laughing right when they said it. I was like, yo.
They knew that was a good song and dance. They knew what they was doing, man.
Calculated movements, man. Calculated movements.
Sorry, I was blowing the line up, but I had to get in here, man. I've been working like the past month when you go live, and I'm like, hey, and I finally got the day off, and I was like, man, I got to call up, man.
I'm glad you did, man.
Glad you did, brother. Appreciate that, brother.
All right, no doubt. Yep.
I just want to say one thing real quick before we slide to the next topic.
Mm-hmm.
Young Disciple, man, I need to see a pay stub. What is Clutch paying you? Need to see it. I need to see a pay stub.
Yo, you know what though? I'm gonna keep it a buck. If I want somebody to ride for me like Young be riding in the comments for Bron, bro. You need that type of support in your life. Yo, Young. Salute.
That blind loyalty.
Ooh, you can't fight, man. That boy, hey, you about that action. Go ahead, my brother.
Hey man, who y'all look, before we even get into this, y'all.
Oh Lord.
Playoffs, man. Like, what's the dream matchup y'all want to see? Mine is Celtics OKC. Yeah, I want to see Celtics OKC.
Me too.
I don't. I want to see Celtics Cleveland.
Why? Hold on. Both East teams in the finals, please don't.
I'm sorry. Thunder.
Okay,
Thunder Cleveland.
Yeah.
I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been messing words up, man. Thunder in Cleveland. I want to see that matchup.
That's interesting.
That would be funny.
I honestly think those two teams match up better.
They do,
and it would be a banger of a series. That's going 7 for sure.
I don't think it's a better match. I think OKC is Boston West. It's the same team. They got the superstar in SGA just like they got Tatum. They got Jalen Williams, just like they got Jalen Brown, all-star number 2.
All-star number 2.
They got a 7-footer that can stretch the floor and block shots like Porzingis and Chet Holmgren. And then they got the defensive stopper, Lou Dort, just like Drew Holiday.
That would be
and then Caruso is just like White.
Peyton Pritchard is scoring off the bench.
It's the same squad. Well, they got more 3-point shooters over there. They got more
3-point shooters. That'd be the only difference.
That'd be the difference. But and they both play defense. They both. I mean, it's the perfect matchup.
Yeah.
And they're the 2 best teams in the league. I mean, because even though Cleveland got a better record than Boston, they're not better than Boston.
So you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
What's the? I mean, you can't really use
what?
that. What's the overall record?
Gotta say it, man. I've been trying to. I like what Cleveland has done this year. I just need to see them in the playoff setting and to see them have success. Do they need to take steps? Do they need to? Because I mean, I want to see them succeed.
You're talking about OKC, right? Or Cleveland?
Cleveland. I believe OKC. I think this is their year. Honestly, if they're going to have a year with all the parity that's going on now with all these teams, man, why did the Grizzlies fire their coach today?
Man,
and the 5th seed team fire their coach with 9 games left. Like, what's going on?
It had to be an internal issue.
Had to be. I'm sorry to jump, but that just popped in my mind because I was talking about all the craziness going on. But yeah, man, I Cleveland, as good as they have looked, they have lost to some really, really bad teams, and I see chinks in their armor. They're a great team. Obviously, they're the best team. They still got the best record. Yep, the best record in the East.
No. Oh, yeah, in the East. Yeah, in the East.
In the East.
OKC got them about 2 games now.
2 games now. So, but is it 2?
Yeah, I think OKC is. Well, they won tonight. Did they play tonight?
Let me see. I think they did.
I followed them on.
Cleveland lost, so they might got about 3 games now.
Yesterday.
Might be 3 games. Okay.
Yeah, so OKC at last check had 61 wins. Yeah. And then Cleveland, I think, is still sitting at 58.
58.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I need to see that first playoff series. I think is going to tell me a lot about Cleveland, no matter who they play. After the play-in, whatever. Let's see how they handle it.
Let me ask y'all this. I'm gonna make it a little bit more difficult, right? Let me ask y'all this, and I'm glad you brought this up. Dream matchup, but you can't use either 1 seed.
No, the 1 seed. If I'm looking at this,
in the finals.
Yeah,
finals or just what we see on
the finals.
The finals. Not neither number 1 seed.
Neither 1 seed. Say they get bounced in the first round. Neither 1 seed make it.
That would be crazy.
What's the dream matchup?
Boston, LA, maybe. I mean, it's Boston, LA.
For history?
Could Boston, LA. Yeah, it's Boston just because basketball heads understand.
Yeah, Boston, LA is maybe. I don't know.
Huh?
Maybe a war. I don't know. I don't know. I like some of these matchups right now. Like looking, I like some of the games, but for finals, if the Thunder not there in the West, I'm looking at these rosters. Teams getting hot.
Can y'all believe Phoenix not about to be in the playoffs?
This is insane.
I can.
I mean, I watched the game, so yeah.
I can believe it. I honestly, I have no idea what's going on over there.
I don't know. It's ugly.
I thought bringing in Bud was going, set the culture, but it's got to be more than coaching at this point. I don't understand what the issue is. Why can't you have 2 superstars? Just dump Bill at this point. Dump Bill and keep Booker and KD. Use the extra money that you was going to use on Bill and go do a bench or something. Because I just don't know what the problem is.
KD is gone. I fully believe that he is out of there.
I wouldn't be mad if he left.
He's trying to win somewhere. He thought. Wouldn't you think that going to join Devin Booker would equate to wins? I would.
But same way we thought joining up with Kyrie would equate to wins too.
It did though.
It would have, I think.
No, it did. It did.
I mean, it did, but it would have equated to more wins, in my opinion, had things played out differently in Boston when it come to Kai. But man, it's just sad.
I think, and there might be a little home bias in here, but I think a Pistons Rockets finals would be crazy.
Young guns. That's the new. That might be
A
the look.
young,
At that like the changing of the guard right there. You know what I'm looking at this. You know what? I think y'all get the Pacers out of there.
Oh, for sure.
It's holes. I think y'all get the Pacers out of there.
For sure.
Well, you know what? Let's do this real quick.
Let's do this. Yeah, let's come on.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's
series
go
by
match
series.
Series by series.
Yeah, let's go. Let's start with the 1-8.
If the playoff started today and the play-in was complete, this is what it would look like. Let's do this. All right.
Let's start with OKC and T-Wolves. The T-Wolves could get them up out of there. This is a vulnerable matchup for OKC, and honestly, every matchup in the West is vulnerable for OKC except probably Memphis. And I mean, Kawhi healthy and the Clippers are looking good. I mean, I think Memphis is the only matchup that I would pick OKC 100% in. 100%, but everything else is scary because it's going to depend on the whistle so much. You know,
but I think SGA. Listen. I think and Ant is as great as he is. It's not enough. I don't think it's enough. I think
Ant is also inconsistent in the playoffs.
4-2 Thunder.
I got it 4-1 gentleman sweep. OKC. I think Minnesota can rock them, steal one early, probably on the road.
And will have a 40-point game somewhere where he just go dumb.
And it's not going to be a blowout too. They're going to win by the skin of their teeth, and then OKC's going to be like, all right, lock in.
Man, watching OKC play.
I love it.
Man,
that's some good basketball over there.
This is how I felt about Boston last year.
Yeah,
but Boston is shooting entirely too many threes.
Too many, and that's why they have these lapses like that. But we're gonna get into that. Like they're gonna have trouble with the Hawks. I'm telling you.
Let me hear from Britne and Corey though.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go with OKC. I'm gonna go 4-3 OKC.
7 out the game.
I do. I think experience may play a part in this. I think that to me that's one of the biggest ones. I think this is going to be a little bit closer than what most people might think because OKC has been playing incredible basketball. But I think what's going to come down to is the one thing that irritates me about Anthony Edwards is I feel like at times he don't want to be the star when it comes. But SGA, he takes those moments for me.
Every single time. The whole game, SGA is the best player. He's the star.
Yeah.
From wire to wire.
To me, Anthony Edwards has that ability, but I think he just becomes passive in certain situations. SGA is not doing that. So I'm going to say Thunder. But I think it's going to be close.
Corey?
I think.
All right, for Corey.
Yeah. I think that I think Oklahoma is so upset by what happened last.
Oh, your audio cut out, Corey.
Your audio cut out. Nope.
Corey got that Boost Mobile.
I ain't heard that in a long time.
Nah.
Your Boost still around, bro? Is Boost Mobile still around?
Yeah, they make mics now.
Boost still around.
Yeah, they make mics.
Corey, we still can't hear you. Nope.
Dang.
It literally cut out mid sentence
while you were talking, so it's a connection.
But I knew where he was going. I think he was saying like OKC is so upset about what happened in that Dallas series last year.
They're not gonna let them.
They're not gonna let it happen again.
Facts.
Yeah.
I got you, Corey.
And they went and got some more defense too.
Facts.
They went and got some more defense with Caruso and Hartenstein. You know, so they better. They didn't just come back with the same thing. They added. Yes.
Now if Jay wanted to call, if Jay wanted to call anybody a black man, it'd be Hartenstein because he's technically actually black.
He's really black.
Yeah. For sure.
No,
but look,
that team is different.
Yeah, they is. And Lu Dort, they used to leave Lu Dort open last season.
Can't do that no
he
more.
Can't
do it no more. Can't do it no more.
He hit that three
I
like
love
crazy.
that,
I ain't seen a change like that before in just a year.
when you find a deficiency in your game and you go in the offseason and you work on it, now it's a part of your game where people have to respect it.
Which
right
open the floor for everybody on your team. And you,
bro.
SGA teammate, now they got to respect your shooting.
Come on, bro. I love that. I love what's going on in Oklahoma, bro.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
We got you, Corey.
Okay. I don't know what it is. I really feel sorry for LA in round 2 because I think they'll beat Memphis because Dallas ain't gonna make the playoffs, but they gonna go right at Luka's ass. They gonna tear his ass up. I'm telling you, because yes, Oklahoma. That's all they talk about is how Luka did this last year and did that last year, and they gonna get an opportunity at him again, and they gonna tear his ass up.
And I think all the chunky bucks going.
What'd you say?
What you say?
Go ahead, Chris. Go ahead, Chris.
No. Hold on, Chris. Wait a minute. Wait.
Rewind that.
What?
I heard Chucky and then something.
Did you say Chucky?
I said I think all the chunky butts are getting put out in the first round. I think Luka
chunky
is,
butts.
Okay.
Well, no, not the first round. Luka and them will make it to the second round, but OKC will get them out in the second round.
Yeah.
I think the Clippers will upset the Nuggets in the first round. So chunky butt number 1 going in the first round, chunky butt number 2 going in the second round.
All the chunkies gotta go.
What I was gonna say is I don't even think that Luka gets the whistle in this playoffs like he's done in the past either.
Yeah, they sick of him.
I think it was okay. You get one thing or the other. So you got the whistle last year because you claimed you didn't have any help. Now you got LeBron, you don't get no whistle. You can't have both.
He gonna cry in the car.
I don't know.
He ain't gonna cry on the car. He gonna cry on the court.
they'll beat Memphis, especially with this coaching issue that they have now. They'll beat Memphis, but as soon as they run into OKC, that is a buzzsaw and a rude awakening.
Yeah, they'll slap them up. All right, you want to go? How you gonna go, Mel? East, West, or just stay on the West right now?
It's up to y'all.
We can go. Well, we can go back and forth.
Let's go East. Let's go East then.
Okay. Cavs, Magic,
Cleveland.
I'm taking Cavs.
I'm taking Cavs, but I am interested to see Paolo in the playoffs.
They played last year too. That was the 4-5 matchup last year. Which went to 6, I believe, right? 6 or 7. It was a good series.
They competed, and they're better this year.
And not OKC. There I go doing it again. Orlando got a little bit of help. Now I need to know their health issue.
Oh man, they've been suffering this season though.
Yeah, I need to know what their health issue is like. But I think they're not gonna get past Cleveland. I think they can definitely wear them down and give them a series and have them boys compete for the next round.
This is the test for Cleveland because these young boys is not going. They're not going.
Normally an 8 seed is a tune up for the rest of the playoffs. Not this one.
Critical, the 9-5 said Suggs still injured, so that's tough. But man, Franz and P5,
and they did go 7 last year, so that's gonna be a good one to watch for sure. Again, we got blessed by the playoffs again with that one.
I think the Cavs too strong. It won't be as interesting as it was last year, but I think P5 will get, he'll have his moments. But the outcomes ain't gonna be. It ain't going 7 games for sure.
I give them 6. I think they can get 6 out of there.
Okay. Oh yeah, Chunky Butt won against. Why are you firing your coach with 5 games left in the season?
Lakers, that's easy. Lakers
in the. I'll actually give the Lakers a sweep. The Grizzlies won't get a game.
When is John Morant coming back?
That's the question.
If he's not playing, it's definitely gonna be a sweep.
Yeah. If Ja don't play, and he probably won't play because they don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't even. I just looked up and he wasn't playing no more. I ain't hear nothing about no injury or nothing.
I ain't heard he got shut down or nothing like that.
What's the injury?
I'll look that up real quick.
Hamstring? Is it hamstring?
Is it?
I think so.
He's questionable tonight, or questionable for whenever they play the Lakers. Hamstring. He's been fighting a hamstring issue.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Yeah, that's not something you want to play with.
Yeah.
No.
Only healing. The only thing is sitting is to help that is rest. So you can't play. So I get it. Dang. All right. So that was easy. Pacers, Pistons. I already said what I feel. I think y'all go. Chris, y'all get him out of there.
I think the Pistons can get him up out of there. I think it'll be in 5, but I think they'll get him up.
I
They'll
say
get him up.
6. I say 6.
Yeah,
maybe 2. I mean 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
I can see. I can see it. The fan in me wants it to be a sweep. Get some of that nostalgia back. You know what I'm saying?
Second round Pistons. Okay.
You know, but yeah, Pistons. I'd be surprised if the Pistons don't come out of that series.
All right.
Chunky butt.
Chunky butt number 2. You
Clips.
think you go, Mel?
Clips. Kawhi's back. Yeah, Kawhi's back. This would be the series that he'll be not injured. He'll probably get injured in the second round. But this first round, he about to work his magic. His magic, boy.
Right. That's accurate though.
Ooh,
this is a tough one for me.
It is. This is a tough one. I think out of all the first round series, this one definitely has the potential to go 7.
You don't think so, Mel?
Clippers go shock y'all, man. Trust me.
Clippers in 5.
You think Jokic got the league behind him enough still to make something to make it
well? Well, if SGA get MVP, they'll probably give Jokic another push. That we'll split the baby. You didn't get it this year, but we go help you move along in the playoffs. So I mean maybe he get the push, but
on paper though, I think
basketball. We're talking ball.
I think the Clippers can get them out of there.
Yeah. Basketball wise, if the whistle don't interfere, just pure basketball, Clippers.
I think they can get them out in as early as 5.
5 is crazy though.
5. I'm gonna go Clips. I think y'all convinced me. I'm gonna go Clips.
Pure basketball, they can get them out in 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Clips. And you know what? They can get them out of there in 5. I ain't mad at that.
Especially if James Harden, you know, Kawhi is back, and if James Harden can go be James Harden, that might be a problem.
This one's actually tough for me.
Yeah.
I think if Kawhi is Kawhi, then yeah. But I think role players is going to be huge.
Somebody pull up what Kawhi did tonight.
27.
On it.
What do you do?
27.
Own it. Own it.
Oh no, that was the other day. But I think the role players, in my opinion, this is where they
31, 6 and 2.
And they won by 32.
Won by 32, and his
plus dogs not out of these boys.
And his plus minus was 32.
They played the G League Nets.
The Nets be getting people up out of there though.
No, they do really do, and I hate that because they roster don't look like they should, but they win games. They win games they ain't supposed to win.
His plus minus in that game was plus 32.
And then the defense was there. They held them to 100 points. How often do you see
100 points, and they scored 130. That's impressive.
Yo, real quick, can we talk about the travesty that was that Indiana game the other day?
Well, hold on. Britne was still spitting on the Nuggets, though. Go ahead.
No, well, I mean, I lost my point. But what I was saying, if Kawhi is Kawhi, then I'm probably gonna go with the Clippers. But if the role players for the Nuggets really stand up, I think that's gonna be the difference. I think the Clippers are top 5 heavy, right? And the Nuggets, they have more of a bench, basically.
They got more depth. I'll say that. Yeah.
So it depends on what's going to overcome what. But again, if Kawhi is Kawhi, because I love Kawhi as a player. I mean, when he can when he's on the court. I'm gonna go with the Clippers, but I think it's gonna be close.
Okay. Knicks Bucks.
Somebody in the comment section keeps saying, "Man, look at the standings. Look at the standings, man." As this hypothetical was based on the based on the standings as of yesterday.
Oh, yesterday.
So that could be a slight, that could be a slight difference.
Especially the bottom half of the East, they were separated by like a game and a half. So one win, one loss is going to change this. But as of yesterday, so
hold on, tell I'm gonna look at the standings right now, and you tell me how accurate it is because I got it on a different screen. Okay. Cavs number 1, is that the same?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Celtics number 2.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Knicks number 3.
Yes. Yep.
Pacers number 4.
Yes.
Pistons number 5.
It's accurate enough. You 5 in and you ain't got one wrong yet.
George, the truth hurt. Shut the fuck up in the comment section. I done heard him say, "Hold on, let me go to the West." Thunder number 1.
Yeah.
Rockets number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuggets number 3.
Yep.
Lakers number 4.
Yep.
Grizzlies number 5.
Yep.
Man, George, shut the fuck up, man. Dang, man. Interrupt all them comments. Man, look at this. Y'all looking at the standings. And y'all looking at the standings. Golly, man.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
What do you want us to do? Wait. We gotta wait, George. We gotta wait
till all the games go final tonight, and then we'll start the podcast at 2 a.m. Like
Ron did it.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and end it, y'all.
Hey, if you are not subscribed to our Patreon, we about to go.
Please
over
go
there.
do that now.
We gonna do that now because we about to go over there after this.
On Taco Master.
And
yeah, man, you looking at the standings?
Yeah. Real quick before we go, Rockets Warriors.
That's a great series. I think that's the series I want to see them up.
Honestly, I don't think it's much of a series, bro. I think the Rockets actually put them boys out their misery.
Oh. I'm going with experience. I'm going Warriors.
I'm going Warriors.
I'm going Warriors.
If they help,
I'm the lone wolf on this one.
Yeah, you're gonna be the lone wolf on this one.
I'll be that.
As great as they playing right now, because they playing great right now.
Shout out to Jay, man. That's my book 'em. Rockets over the Warriors.
I'm going hurt.
I like it.
Houston doing it.
Knicks Bucks. Man, Bronson got to hurry up and get back with that ankle, man. But I'm going.
They can't win without him. They can't win without him, especially with Dame out indefinitely. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Knicks.
Oh, Dame is out.
And I'm going he had a blood clot in his leg.
Yeah, blood clot in his leg. I believe.
Knicks.
That's right. Yeah.
I think I'm still gonna take the Bucks on that one.
Okay.
No Brunson is there. You go.
Okay.
Yeah. Brunson will be back. He'll be back. But is he gonna be good? Because you know they say when you twist your ankle really bad, it's almost better that you break it.
It's real easy to twist it again.
My doctor told me.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Celtics Hawks. Celtics.
Yeah, easy. 4-2.
Yeah.
We'll win 2 games and that's it. We ain't got Jalen Johnson. He,
4-1. 4-1 Celtics.
Y'all not getting 2 games, dog.
Why, I bet, that's my book. Shout out to my dog Jay. I bet we get 2 games.
This is the only sweep in the first round.
That's a sweep. Okay, Mel. If we wear that sweep that you just talked about, you got to wear the dread wig for an entire show.
Ooh.
If we don't get swept, I guarantee we don't get swept.
Say less.
That's too easy for him, man. That's too easy.
We got to do
too easy for him.
Yeah. I mean, I had the dread wig on today when I went to the bank. So
stop it.
Why?
He lying. No, he didn't.
Why?
Okay.
He lying.
Did you talk in an accent too? Did you talk in an accent too?
Nah, I just it's just what I wanted to wear today. I had on a jean jacket with my military ribbons on the.
He lying.
Bro,
okay. All right. You
this man is
that boy LeBron in right now.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't know how I be dressing, man.
That's some good content. And you had tell me you had the anti kicks on the anti kick travel. You should have had them on with that.
I ain't had that on there. I have my Birkenstocks with the
Oh,
wait, you had a dread wig.
That man ain't got no. That man ain't got no
You had
Birkenstocks.
some Birks.
Who ain't got no Birkenstocks?
Dread
That man
wig,
ain't got no
dread wig.
Birkenstocks.
Hold on, dread wig, a jean jacket, and some Birkenstocks. He lying.
That's all I wear.
Oh,
is
he
Birkenstocks.
got Birkenstocks.
You got the Birks.
Male.
Birks,
No, you be wearing them with no socks.
Always socks, different colors. All right. We didn't get a lot of super chats today. Ain't no need for me to give it to nobody tonight.
You gonna pass this
Well,
one?
yeah, it's hold on, it's probably about 70 in there. All right, y'all say in the group in the chat who getting it tonight.
Who get the chat? Who get the super chat?
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we appreciate all the phone calls, all the super chats, all the comments.
All the
Rocking with us this long. Everybody in the chat, hit the like button. We appreciate that. And watch the replay and share the feed as well. Somebody might want to watch this.
And make sure y'all go check the standings.
Yeah, check the group chat. Look at the group chat. Look who's talking crazy in the group chat right now.
All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next episode, man. And post game.
Yeah, we post game. I'm gonna put the link in there. We'll be in there about 10 because somebody hungry. I ain't gonna say who.
Yeah. Just know they've been quiet for a while.
See y'all in a little while.
She got a hungry headache. All right, y'all, man. Peace.
All right, see you.